feels like 100 degrees. Takes only an inch to meet my jaw with.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we have the long-awaited update on my CELINE Mini 16 bag. So if you guys are interested in my thoughts and how this bag has worn, then just keep watching. So this review is going to be a little bit shorter than my previous in-depth review, so if you haven't checked that out already, I'm going to link it down below or put it in the card somewhere here. So I got this bag last Christmas, so it's about to be almost a year, so it's basically kind of like a 10-month update of this bag. But being 100% honest is that it's not like I use this bag every day. You guys know that I'm constantly rotating my bags, but I would say since I got this, I probably use this bag every 2 weeks, just because I have like my go-to everydays that I just constantly use. So just to disclaim, I feel like my wear and tear isn't gonna be a true accurate depiction of the wear and tear, purely because there are some people that will buy this bag and they either use it every day or maybe like 3 to 4 times a week. I honestly have probably used it like once every 2 weeks or maybe like twice within 2 weeks, but it's definitely not an everyday bag for me. So just getting it started, we're going to talk about price. So when the mini size first got introduced, it was actually $3,200, and then within a span of like 6 months of me wanting the bag, it was definitely less than a year after this bag got released that it actually had an $100 price increase, because I was telling my CELINE that I was thinking about getting the 16, and then she told me that there was going to be a price increase within the month and I had to push this back. But then fortunately my mom did get this for me for a Christmas present. I bought this for $3,300 before tax, and then now this bag retails for $3,700, which is a pretty big price jump. That's around what, like $500 from when it first got released. So in a span of 2 years it had a $500 price increase. The bright side though is that because this bag has gotten more and more popular, they've actually released more colors. So black is obviously a classic color that they have, and then also they have this green color that's called like Amazon or Amazone or something like that, and it is stunning, absolute stunning. You guys know me and my affinity for anything green, and it is the most beautiful shade of green. I'm gonna add in 2 sets of close-ups. So I'm gonna show you close-ups of right now with like a ring light, and then I'm also gonna show you this bag in natural lighting, because I feel like it's kind of like an eyeshadow palette. Seeing it in natural lighting and then seeing it on the inside, it kind of brings about 2 different sets of quality issues or wear and tear, I guess. So because you can see the reflection of the light right here, but I'm gonna give you guys close-ups. So just so you guys can see it, this is the clochette, this is the top of the bag, this is the back, and then this right here. I'm going to do a close-up. Here's a close-up of the hardware. It's hard because it reflects light, but you can kind of see the wear and tear on it on certain angles. And then I've actually never used the key that comes inside of this. I've never ever. This is the sides of the bag. And then this is the bottom of the bag. And then I actually currently have it stuffed. When I'm not using it, I always stuff it. You kind of can see right here, like these lines right here. Do you guys see this? It's from this. So when it latches on like this, these, what is this? Like the edges of this is what's constantly being pushed on, because this bag is very compact. Like I wouldn't say it's a very loose, like it's very structured and it's very tight, because I know some of you guys care about things like this. I'm on a lot of bag forums and a lot of people look at every little detail. So if you're just wondering what that is, and then this is the inside of the bag. Obviously it has a zipper, and being 100% honest with you guys, I never use this pocket. I'll probably use it maybe once or twice in my entire year of owning this bag, but in general I don't use this because I want more space on these 2 sides. And then this is the inside. So yes,
that's a small part of you I'm keeping with me. So don't get too shy when you're laying next to me. It's you that I'm keeping in reach. Swear it's eternity spending one day with.
I feel like a major issue that a lot of you guys tell me why you guys are back and forth between the mini size and the small size is that the mini size puts you off because there is no feet on the bottom, which I totally understand. So just for comparison, so obviously this has no feet, and then my mini Lady Dior does have feet that you guys can see here. You can just kind of compare the bottoms. So I use my mini Lady Dior bag, probably it's definitely my top 3 least used bags in my entire collection. The bottom of my Lady Dior bag is 100% pristine just because I never use it, so it's so clean. And then I actually obviously have used this bag, and you can even see with the reflection of the ring light that there is absolutely no scratches on this bag at all. I wouldn't say I'm particularly careful with this bag. When I put it on, I think it's because also it is black. If I got this in a lighter color, because they did have that rice color that I did try on previously, I feel like I definitely would be more paranoid on like putting it on things. But because it's black, I really am more willy-nilly on it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be putting this on the floor if I need to tie my shoe. If I'm tying my shoe, I'm either like satcheling it onto my shoulder or I'll have somebody carry it for me. But just like normal things, setting it on tables or setting it on, I don't know, just like chairs, benches, I guess you can say, and it's actually been pretty well. I think when I definitely first got this bag, I was more fearful of it because I haven't owned anything that was satinated calfskin. Yeah, I haven't ever owned anything with satinated calfskin, so this box calfskin is just so incredibly shiny, and I was so afraid that this would be more prone to scratching. And you know what's so funny is that my Chanel metallic, what is this, like metallic calfskin wallet is actually more prone to scratching than this is, which is so crazy because you think it's metallic, that it's more hard wearing. No, I've no joke scratched this twice. I have 2 scratches on this, and it's really pretty, but I hate how high maintenance this is, weirdly enough. But going back to the comparison, so this is the Mini 16, and I wanted to show it comparatively to the Alma BB just so you guys can see. So the Alma BB, essentially these are very similar styles, like they're top handle bags, but I love using this top handle. I actually never ever use the strap anymore. When I first got my Alma BB, I did use the strap all the time, but it's just too long. We all know for short girlies, the Alma BB strap is way too long, but it's so strange. They're so similar, but I never ever use this without the strap. But my Alma BB, I do use it without the strap all the time. Same with the Alma BB. You guys know that I've had this bag for years and years, and I have a lot of marks and stuff like that, but this bag does have feet, and this one doesn't. My main moral of the story with the feet situation is that if the feet is one of the issues of why you're not getting this bag, I say throw that fear away. Again, I'm slightly biased because my bag is black and it is darker, so if you're leaning towards a lighter color, maybe don't listen to me. But if you're gonna get like their dark gray or the dark green, I say even though this bag doesn't have feet, I would still recommend this bag because the satinated calfskin isn't as high maintenance as I thought it was going to be. So now we're going to talk about the actual wear and tear issues. So I have 2 major wear and tear things that I feel like you guys should know about this bag. So the first one is definitely the hardware. I feel like in general bags shouldn't be babied, even though I do baby them. I bought this not wanting to be one of the bags that I was going to baby, if that makes sense, because I would see videos of Lisa wearing this bag to the airport, to the museums, like just constantly using this bag, especially as an airport bag. I feel like airport bags aren't meant to be babied. Like you put them on the floor, you put them in the little seat thing, or you put them in the overhead bin where people have like dirty luggage wheels. I wanted this to be more carefree, not an I don't care level, but carefree. The hardware has gotten, I wouldn't say tarnished, but like I showed you earlier, you can definitely see scratches on this. And then another thing is this. So the main hardware piece in the center actually does have, you can see right there, like the scratches. So it's not like a finger mark. Like yes, there are oil stains or like grease stains, but there actually is scratches on this, which I'm honestly not sure how, but I got it. And then the other part, which I feel like is very common in Chanel bags, I feel like this part right here definitely gets scratched up. But do you guys see, especially like right on the edges right here, it does get scratched, which makes sense because you're constantly, when you close it, you're like trying to find like, oh, where is it? So the tip of this does get scratched. Just for those of you guys that are like really OCD about these little things, it does get scratched right there, and it does get scratched right over here. Okay, so the main wear and tear that I feel like would bother most people, I mean, I feel like the hardware issue does bother most people, but this I feel like just so you guys are aware, is this back part. And I believe I mentioned it in my previous review. I'm like, how is this gonna wear? Like, that was one of my worries. So this part right here actually does have some creasing. So just to show you the mechanism of how this bag works, so on a side profile, when you open it, it's constantly getting tension right here. Do you see that? I'm gonna go really slow and make sure you guys put this on like an HD level. So you see the tension right here. Do you see the creasing right over here? And it kind of goes all the way to the top, especially because it's shiny. You can definitely see it. Then you can totally see there's lines right there, and you can even feel it too. It goes really smooth, and then you kind of feel the lines building. Definitely, I feel like that's something to be aware of. That's definitely the number one thing that I'm always looking at. And I don't use this bag every day, I have to reiterate again. So maybe if I did, let's say, use this 5 days out of the week, let's say you want to make this your work bag, whether you have the bigger size or you want to get the mini size, and this is your work bag, using it and opening it and closing it every single day, I'm sure the creasing would get worse. You know what's so weird though? Okay, so you can definitely see the creasing right here. It's very obvious, but on this side it's not as bad. Isn't that so interesting? Even though the flap opens in the center, one side gets more crease than the other, which I find very interesting. Other than the hardware bit, which honestly is something that you just have to accept, because how else are you supposed to do this? Like, metal is not indestructible. But definitely I feel like a major wear and tear issue, a lot of people are worried about the corners and the bottom wear and tear of this bag, in specifically because this one does have no feet, and mine is in absolutely pristine condition. Even though there's no feet, the corner wear is absolutely perfect. Like, there, I mean, again, it is black, but I even feel like long-term black bags can show wear and tear too, like scuff marks, whereas this is completely fine. Even the stitching on these bags are perfectly fine, absolutely perfect after 1 year. So yeah. But other than that, like, the handle has no creasing whatsoever. The inside, I am actually really careful with this bag, just because, I mean, if you do get the inside scratched, nobody would know. You wouldn't even know, because the inside of mine could be scratched, but I would have no idea. But on the visual points, there's no scratching on the inside. This bag is actually way roomier than I ever could have imagined, because it has this kind of like this accordionness. It gets really, really large. Okay, so let me just talk about really quick, just slight pros and cons after owning it for a little bit. Definitely, it's a lot roomier than you would expect it to be. I definitely feel like I can fit more in this bag than I can in my Lady Dior bag. I feel like the zipper pocket does kind of take up space, but do you see how much more flexible this is? Whereas the Lady Dior bag, you kind of have to, what's the word, like Tetris things in this bag to fit. However, obviously compared to my Alma BB, I can fit a water bottle in my Alma BB. I cannot fit a water bottle in here, which is fine, because most people in 2023 are drinking out of Stanley cups anyway, so nobody's fitting water bottles in bags anymore other than me. I definitely do love the compartments of this bag, like the front pocket, there's a side pocket, the zip as an option as well. And ironically, I actually, when I am wearing this bag, I do keep it open a lot, and I don't even mean to, but weirdly, even though it's unlocked, it still feels relatively secure. So if for a second, let's say I'm at the grocery store and I want to grab something like lip balm or something, I can keep this open, and even if somebody walks by, obviously in a relatively safe place, but if somebody walks by, I'm not super anal like, oh my gosh, my bag is open, because it still is somewhat secure like this. So would I buy this bag again if I were to lose it? 100% yes. But if I were to lose it, I probably would opt for the bigger size, even though it's more expensive, just because since I already had the mini, might as well just go big or go home. And I feel like the older that I get, and you guys know I keep saying this, but I'm in my bigger bag girl energy right now. I mean, fingers crossed I never lose this, but I don't know, I feel like the small size, like, it's really nice. Like, if you walk into a CELINE store, I actually want you guys to try on the small size first, and then just ignore the price point for a little bit, because the small size is chef's kiss. It's phenomenal, it's beautiful, it's everything. So yeah, even my best friend fell in love with the small size. She loved the shearling one, but yes. Alrighty guys, so we've come to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was somewhat helpful. I was trying not to repeat the things that I already said in my previous review, but some of you guys did ask me for an update on my Mini 16. So I hope this video kind of answered some of your questions about like the wear and tear, how it's done so far. But as always, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. It really helps support my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.